In Tai Chi, there are 6 harmonies. There's 3 internal harmonies and 3 external harmonies. And while they're really truly interwoven with one another, we're going to break out the external harmonies today and see how the external harmonies can improve our movement, not only in Tai Chi, but in our everyday life and even in the recreational sports that we might enjoy. So the 3 external harmonies are hands harmonize with the feet, elbows harmonize with the knees, and shoulders harmonize with the hips. And they can really be summed up in 2 words: coordination and effectiveness. And while we go through the movements today, you're also going to see how the underlying principles actually harmonize with the 6 harmonies. They're not 2 separate entities, they actually work together. So the first movement that we're going to do is preparation. So preparation is a very simple movement. I want you to stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Let your knees be soft. Imagine yourself as if you're suspended from the crown of your head, letting your body fall naturally into alignment in a relaxed posture. With your feet, feel the ground, feel the roots growing out deep and wide. Kind of feel that connection to the ground. Now bring your hands in front. Let your knees be soft. Lower your center of gravity and now lift and let the arms float up and then drop the elbows and let it come down. Preparation, you're breathing in as you come up and breathing out as you go down. Good, and if you think about the harmonies, hands and feet, elbows and knees, shoulders and hips, it's actually part of this coordinated effort to make preparation do what it's meant to do. And that's pulling that energy up from the ground, opening up your joints, letting that body be prepared for movement. Right? And if you think about, I'm also a personal trainer. If you think about strength and conditioning, we often talk about transferring power from the bottom to the top, and it's a coordinated effort. In Tai Chi, we're pulling that energy up from the ground and letting it settle in the Dantian. Think about, I have my dumbbell here, think about a dumbbell snatch. I mean, this is a recreational activity that I enjoy doing, is lifting weights. Right? As I teach my clients, I want them to transfer that transfer the power from the bottom through the middle, through my core, what we call in the Tai Chi, the Dantian. We want to transfer it up to the top. So a dumbbell snatch is not simply muscling it up just from my shoulders, right? It's a coordinated effort where I'm pulling that power up from the bottom, transferring through my core, and that arm just goes up. I can do much heavier weight than this. It's a coordinated effort. If, however, my hands and my feet were not coordinated, think about what that would do. If I just go like this and then jump, that was an ineffective movement. That didn't bring power from the bottom to the top. I'm going to put my dumbbell down now. Let's do pushing chi. So bring one foot forward. Bring your hands to the Dantian. Remember, 2 inches in from the belly button, 2 inches down. Rock back gently, and then come forward, letting the hands float up and out. Rocking back, and rocking forward. If I turn to the side, you can see that harmony of the shoulders and the hips, how that helps this movement be a coordinated, balanced movement. The elbows and the knees are coordinated. The hands and the feet are actually coordinated as well, in that it's, again, pulling that energy up from the ground through the core and issued out through the hands. Pushing chi is effective as a movement because of those underlying principles of moving from the dantian, of being rooted and grounded. All of this is coming together with the harmonies and the underlying principles. As you do your pushing chi, if you were to push something, you would need your feet to be rooted and grounded. You would need those shoulders above the hips. You can't push something like this. This is an ineffective, harsh movement that's not a balanced movement. If we do our brush knee in Tai Chi, where we hold the ball, we're blocking something low, and we're hitting something at the same time. If our hands and our feet are in harmony, if our elbows and our knees are in harmony, if our shoulders are in harmony with our hips, this can be an effective movement. If, however, I do brush knee like this, I try to brush, hit, and then land with my feet, obviously my columns are broken. I'm not going to be effective against my opponent. If I keep myself in harmony, then it's an effective movement. I can utilize the energy from the ground. I can keep myself in balance. So let's take that mindset of the harmonies and translate it over into recreational sports, right? I already showed you with transferring power from the bottom to the top, but let's think about hands and feet coordinating, elbows and knees coordinating, and shoulders and hips coordinating. For example, in our racket sports, like tennis or like pickleball. I know a lot of people are enjoying pickleball these days. If your movement on the court is in a coordinated movement with your hands and your feet coordinating, your shoulders staying above your hips, if you're doing a backhand and you try to reach like this and you fall off balance, you might actually get the ball, but then you're not able to recover and continue the match, right? You have to be in a coordinated fashion with your hands and your feet, your elbows and your knees, your hips, your shoulders, and your hips. Think about a serve in tennis. If you are coordinated, then that ball can go into the court opposite where you're aiming. But if you're not coordinated, if you're like this and like this, where's that ball going to go? It's going to go into your own court, and that's a fault. When you're playing your recreational sports, if you take that mindset of harmony into your play, you're going to improve your play. But don't think about it as if your hands and your feet have to be doing the same things. Look at the repulse, the monkey. As we step back, the hand is coming forward. They're not doing the exact same things. But what's happening is that's actually coordinating my body to be able to move backwards in a balanced position. Look at this. It looks like that tennis serve, right? Harmony does not mean everything is the same. That would be a melody where we're all singing the same thing. And while a melody is good, harmony adds depth and it adds beauty to the movement. It adds beauty to the music. If we're just doing the exact same thing and singing melody, it's like a child singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, which is great. That's how they learn music. That's how they start. But a fully coordinated effort of the body takes that harmony, not just simple movement together. If you think about just everyday walking, it takes harmony of your hands and your feet. They're actually opposite of what their right side and left side, but that harmony allows you to move in a confident, balanced way. Keeping your shoulders above your hips helps you walk in a confident way. We've all seen people walk like this. This is not harmony of hands and feet. This is not harmony of shoulders and hips, not harmony of elbows and knees. If we think about our movement in terms of the harmonies, we're going to keep ourselves balanced. We're going to move with more ease and with more grace. So let's look at a few movements just in and of themselves. Wave hands like clouds. As you think about the harmony of the feet and the hands, look how that left moves and the right is coordinated. But it's not only the hands harmonizing with the feet, not only elbows and knees, hips and shoulders, but it's also the movement from the Dianne that's helping that movement be coordinated, because it moves that energy from the right to the left. Think about your substantial and insubstantial now. Now you're moving that Dianne over the right, it becomes substantial, so the left can move. That's that coordination that's happening with the harmonies and the underlying principles. Let's do kick, smash, and box the ears. If you think about columns, bringing your weight over to that left column. Let the right become empty. Now lift. Use those hands to lift that leg. Kick. Smash. Lowering that center of gravity, move from the Dianne and box the ears. This is a coordinated, balanced movement if we focus on the harmonies along with the underlying principles. We can move and keep ourselves balanced.